Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a plan with me, and I know this isn't beauty related, but these have always been really well received on my channel, so I thought I would keep this really short and sweet. I wanted to show you guys how I've been planning lately in my bullet journal. This is a Leuchtturm 1917 notebook, and there's the name on the back. And I really love using it. It's got a dot grid. This is an interruption to the video. I just wanted to let you know that there will be 2 Leuchtturm planners that you guys can go in the draw to win. They are exactly the same as mine, just a different colour. So if you want to know how to win these, please stay till the end of the video so that you can find out how you can win one of these bad boys. And really quickly, I did just want to say a huge thank you to 1917.co.nz for sponsoring this part of the video by giving me these 2 to give away for you. The rest of the video isn't sponsored, but they did sponsor the giveaway, so thank you so much. Make sure you check them out if you want to check out the Leuchtturm planners. Let me just really quickly flick through March so far. So this is my monthly spread. You can see my theme this month is blue, and I've also colour coded, which we'll touch on a little bit later. Right, so I'm just going to really quickly flip through these. This was this past week, so when I'm filming this, it is Sunday. Please excuse that sticky note up there. I accidentally wrote Saturday, Sunday, so I've just stuck a sticky note on there until I figure out how I want to fix it. But you can see through all of these that I've been using a time tracker, and I really love it. So let me just show you my key. This page isn't totally finished, which is why you can see the pencil everywhere, but I'm not really going to go and finish it just for this video because this is all about the process, so ignore that. But this is my time tracker key. So basically I have 1 through 12 in the AM and then in the PM, and I'll just block off time, and this is my key. So I'm not really going to talk through it. If you want to know more about it, I'm going to leave a link to a video from Boho Berry where she explains how she uses it. But basically I'll highlight where all of these things happen, and where there's white spaces, sort of like, this is obviously all white space, but where there's white spaces in my days, that's where I'm doing my free time. And then down here is my my colour code. So this is for both my monthly tracker and for my weekly tracker, and these colours coincide, I guess, with my time tracker. So for example, school events and PD, which relates to school, those are both in green, which I really enjoy. Appointments are in light blue, and so is this one, so then I can sort of see it. So a good example of that would be today. So I just went and saw 2 houses, and so I've written the 2 viewing times and I've highlighted it blue. The purple is YouTube, which I don't have a colour to write YouTube tasks, but you can see here I've got a whole bunch of YouTube related tasks and I'm going to be doing them in those 2 times. Right now it's around about 3:30, so I'm just pretty much bang on starting that. Hopefully that wasn't too long of an explanation. I just wanted to kind of go through it so that you guys were on the same page as me and you knew why I did it. So let's start planning this week. So this is what I do every single week, and this is just the little tasks that pop up during the week, and it's also just where I go and check my monthly page and I look at the week. So it's this week in particular, and I'm going to write any of these tasks onto my sticky note. So I've written in everything that I have on here. Basically, if something comes up, let's say this is the week that we're in, if something pops up on this week, there's no point in me going and putting it on the weekly page, on the monthly page. I'm just going to stick it on my sticky note. This is sort of for more like 2 or 3 weeks in advance planning. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll see, like house viewings I haven't put on there. My PD, the time that I had breakfast, like I'm not going to put those on here because those were spur of the moment decisions, whereas the stuff that I put on this is the spur of the moment stuff, if that makes sense. I do this every single week, and it's just all the crap that I need to put into my weekly spread on this side of the page because it's easier for me to remember. It's stuck in, I can flip to it if I need to. And let's get right into planning. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm using Staedtler Tri Plus fine liner pens. I have this coloured set as well, sorry I can't really get them in the frame. And then for anything that looks highlighted, like my time tracker and stuff, I use these. These are the Zebra mild liners, if it wants to focus, maybe not. It's got a sort of slanted tip, then also a pointed tip, so I use this quite a lot too. So anyway, back to it. Alright guys, I wasn't planning on talking through this, but I'm changing my spread this week. Normally, if you look back at this one, you can see that the segments are larger. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but they are. I used to do 5 sort of dot grid squares per day, but as you can see, like, it's pretty damn empty. So I thought I might do 4 dot squares per day of the week, and then at the bottom I'll have a notes section where I might write my meals, all sorts of stuff like that. So I think I'm going to do notes on this side and then meals on this side. So just got to find halfway, and then I'm going to draw a line down. I know that it's 13 squares across, so I just need to count across. Just give me a sec. I mean, I just don't see the point in wasting space. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my zebra mild liner to write all of the days of the week down here. Then I'm going to write notes and meals. Now that I've drawn up the basic layout, it's a little bit different with this at the bottom. We'll see if I like it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to insert these tasks and events onto here using my color code. To make it easier for myself, I just went and did some little scribbles so I know what is what color, and I'm just going to write it in really neatly, hopefully. Hopefully. We shall see. Put all of that in, and now I can actually see that my week is pretty damn busy. I didn't think my week was this busy, but I've got heaps of stuff on. Like, normally I don't have something on every day, which is pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and set up for Monday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Monday in a cute font, and then I'm going to draw up my time tracker. I also like to start by drawing my dividing line, which I actually don't know where that is. Normally I can draw it using this as a guide, but I need to count down and I'll draw that line, so just give me a sec. And this week we might just go for a super simple font. We'll just go for long letters, I guess, with sort of like long as in like the, I guess like the middle of the letter is at the bottom, so like for example the Y is near the bottom. I don't know how to explain it to you. Like, you can have letters that have like the A, you know, for example the lum will be at the top and that makes it a tall letter. This all makes it a long one. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just sort of how I like to switch up fonts. And then I'm just going to write 13th of March, and that actually should have written Mar because now it's off to the side. To fix that up, I'm just going to do maybe 2 dots of blue just to make it seem even. I'm going to go in with my time tracker. This is what I'm left with. So for reference, normally I like to plan 2 days in advance. So once I'm finished filming, I'll go ahead and do Tuesday. I don't normally plan much further than that because, you know, all of my important stuff is here. So I'm just going to transfer this stuff to here along with some to-do tasks. So first things first, during the week, I always go to bed at about 10:30, and I usually will wake up. It used to be 7, but I'm hoping to wake up at 6:30. So let's just write that in. I want to get to school really early tomorrow. I want to get in by 7:30 because, as you can see, somebody's coming in to observe me. So I need to, you know, make some time for that. And then all of that section up until about 3 is going to be in my school colour. And then I'm going to leave maybe I'll leave school at around about, looking at my week, I have a few late nights. I might actually leave at about, I don't know whether I'll leave at 4 or 4:30. I genuinely don't have that much to do at work this week, so I'm going to leave at 4. I probably will find stuff to do, but I'll say that I'm leaving at 4. And then from 4:30 till 5:30, let's just say, I'm going to be at the gym. And then when I get home, I'm not going to have that much YouTube stuff to do, so I might just do it from about 7:30 to 8:30. I sort of like to do my YouTube stuff a little bit later in the day. And then once I've coloured all this in, we'll see how much free time I have. That's not the free time, I don't plan any stuff for that time. If there's like tasks that I plan in, that will fit into either my YouTube time, or I don't know if you can see here, but that's 2 different colours of blue. That sort of like richer blue is more of like the time that I'm actually required paid to be at school, whereas this colour here is my like school work, so like out of school stuff that I do. That's my work that I do in my own time. So I'm just going to go ahead and get all my pens out to colour code, and then I'll colour code them for you and I'll talk you through what everything means. Okay guys, that is obviously Monday's time log. I hope that you can see it okay. Basically, the grey is the time that I am asleep. This blue colour here and this blue colour here, you can see it's more of like a teal colour. That's my non-contact time at work, which is basically like time that I'm not necessarily paid for, but I do spend that time doing tasks for school. And sort of blocking out that time lets me know that, okay, it's about 7:30, I need to stop relaxing or doing whatever I'm doing in this time and go and do some work. I know for most people, like having a break in the middle of the afternoon doesn't really work, but for me it does work. And of course that yellow time is my gym time, which is awesome. I'm starting to go back to the gym, so I want to start planning it in so that I can fit it into my schedule, because, you know, I'm always like, well, I can't go to the gym, I'm so busy, but really, if I cut the gym out, I would have like pretty much in between here and here about 4 hours of spare time, which I don't have, which I think it's really cool to sort of plot it out like this. Now the final step of this is to just write my tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and write some tasks. Normally tasks pop up on the day, but I'm going to write the ones that I know. I'm also going to transfer this onto here so that I can see it on my daily as well. So let me do those and then we'll finish off the video. So those are the tasks that I have for now. For tomorrow, usually, as I said, they change pretty quickly. I add more, I cross them out. You can see if you look back, it's pretty much just a work in progress. I mean, I switch it up every time, but I don't like to plan too many things because, for example, like editing these playlists might take all of that YouTube time. I also know that I want to edit a video on this day, but I don't know what video it will be because I haven't filmed one yet, so I'll just write edit video and then in brackets I can write which video. I also like to, I don't know if you can really see, let me find a day. This day here, you can see that I like to sort of separate tasks by time. So these tasks I might have done before school, these tasks I might have done after school, these tasks probably were done in my YouTube time. As you can see, I didn't do all of these tasks, but that's sort of why I like to segregate my tasks, which you can see here. These are my school tasks, these are my YouTube tasks. Sometimes I'll have shopping lists and I just like to split it up so that it makes more sense in my head. So this is the end of the video. I just added another task and I also went ahead and started Tuesday, so you can kind of get an idea of what it will look like as a whole. If I zoom you guys out, you can see this is what it would look like, obviously with more tasks. I mean, I'm really happy with it. I actually really like this font. Last week's was sort of like a curvy twirvy font, and then I had cursive this week. It just sort of makes every week look a little bit more different. So do let me know what you think. But before you go, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm having a giveaway. I am giving away 2 Leuchtturm, Leuchtturm,